more than $1.2 million past due and counting. That's how much DOC owes the hospital for its services. But it's an unpaid bill the hospital can't afford. During a recent GMH board meeting, members announced a proposal to eliminate its services at DEPCOR. GMH's CFO, Benita Manglotnya, says DOC owes them for services between October 2017 to February 2018, plus $1 million for inpatient services.
If there's an emergency, they can send them here.
Right.
Right. Right, and we'll take care of them.
But after receiving word about the proposal, the AG's office issued a letter advising GMH not to terminate the MOU between the two entities in order to fulfill the remaining consent decree orders issued by the federal government, stating, quote, "I fully acknowledge the board's financial situation. However, revoking the MOU may further exacerbate the financial crisis of our territory," end quote. The news is worrisome to DOC leaders. Deputy Director Kate Baltazar.
Pulling back the medical clinic contract could mean that we slide right back into receivership. The impetus for us not being in receivership and having that 26-year consent decree being lifted was because we were able to provide adequate and excellent medical care for those in our custody. And just the thought that that might no longer be an option for us is very concerning.
And while Public Safety Chair Senator Talina Nelson has her concerns, the choice, she says, is within GMH's purview.
Whether it's the wisest decision to take away the services before the consent decree, that's their judgment call to make. Perhaps I don't agree with it, but...
Baltazar says that she and Director Tony Lamarena are trying to work with GMH officials to salvage their agreement. Their inability to pay a result of the unfulfilled $3.3 million appropriation needed from the legislature. But eliminating the clinic and having prisoners brought to the hospital would only increase costs on both sides.
Well, while that might seem a feasible solution from the outside looking in, truly that would cost the government 10 times more. We're talking chronic care patients, patients who require, regular follow-ups, patients who need that routine care on a regular basis. To have to transport those individuals every day, 3 times a day, just to get medication, for example, for their chronic illnesses, would be very, very cumbersome, not only on the transport side, but clearly also on the Guam Memorial side. That would be very, very daunting for them, as they will quickly learn.
DEPCOR are already trying to save money by having assistance provided by the Guam Police Department. While GPD officers are trained differently than corrections officers, they do help with operations such as visitation and perimeter security. But ultimately, they are hoping that GMH will not cut ties.
The doctors and nursing staff at the DOC GMH clinic have been fantastic. So we are hoping that it doesn't come to that. Truly, it would not be in the best interest, certainly, of the government of Guam, the taxpayers, and those patients who are in our custody.
And while the Guam Memorial Hospital currently does not have a response to the AG's letter, they will be hard-pressed to continue clinic services without any appropriation. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Kiani Mendiola.